On this episode of Wild Generation, we are comparing two different 6.5 Creedmoors. Carl, what do you have?
I have a Russian AI deepfake. We're not even here right now.
Okay, well I have a Tikka T3X Roughtech with an Ares BTR Gen 2 scope on it, and Carl actually has
A Ruger American Predator Gen 1 with a Crossfire 2 scope by Vortex.
And how much did yours cost?
Roughly 500 bucks.
Yep.
Combined. How much did yours cost?
Well, the gun was almost 1,000, I think. The scope was definitely almost 1,000.
Near combined 1,700 versus combined 500.
Yep. That's why I'm going to win, and we're going to do that today by proving that we can shoot fish in a barrel. So, Carl reloaded this ammo. Carl, what is this?
So we have a 147 grain Hornady bullet over 42.5 grains of stable, 6.5, with a Federal primer and Starline brass, virgin Starline brass.
So we're all shooting the same thing today.
Yep.
Except my gun's better.
Oh, we'll see.
Yep.
I mean, objectively, it's better.
I'm actually really nervous about it.
let's see if the shooter, if it compensates for the shooter.
Yeah. It's not like I missed a deer with this gun this year.
No, it's not at all.
All right, so with our fish in the barrel, I figure the way that we'll do this is we have different worths, like different amounts on here.
Yeah.
And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different fish. So we'll take 12 shots, and if any of it hits the bullseye area, like the red or the lines, we'll say that is the full, and if you hit the fish somewhere else, we'll say that's a half.
That's half?
That sound good?
I think that's good.
All right.
What if it, so if it's touching the lines?
If it's touching the lines, it counts.
Okay.
Yeah, standard rules on target. Now remember, the more you miss, the more confident I'll feel. So, be a good friend.
Espresso should not be making me this jittery. And some other excuses too.
So,
yeah.
Was that for the top or the bottom fish?
Yep.
Okay, because it was right in between them.
Yeah.
Good talk on that. Okay, that was in the top fish.
Yeah.
Shoot high. That was to the right. Wait, you can't see those shots with your scope?
No. Well, I can see.
So you don't have a 27x zoom?
I do not. Oh, I do see that one. Yeah,
Okay.
It's missed the fish.
Yeah.
I blame Scott.
Okay. I'm
He's so
literally
distracted.
trying to help you right now.
No, I do. I appreciate it.
That's a mess over here.
Hey, I think I got the target.
Yay!
Yay!
First time for everything.
Right?
I'm impressed by your tenacity.
Yay!
Just not giving up, no matter how bad it's going.
It's going horribly.
I think now's a good time to remind everyone that a 6.5 is a very inaccurate round, and that's why Carl was doing so badly.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not known for its
accuracy or stability at all.
Right.
Especially in high wind.
Yeah. That's probably the wind that's messing it up.
Definitely.
My turn.
Woo! Let's go.
Carl is secretly changing the ammo right now.
I was trying to print out new ones, but they were coming off uneven because of temperature problems. But I was going to put the bad ones.
Carl's definitely giving me the bad one. All right, take your magazine, which is twice as wide as mine for some reason. This bench is really weird.
Yeah.
It moves on me.
You want to swap it out for those over there?
I want to have the same conditions you had, Carl.
No idea.
Okay, good. It's definitely not a good shot.
Ooh, yeah, next the mouth of the bottom fish.
Yeah, that's about where I thought it went.
Yeah. All right, good.
Failure to eject turned it right around in there.
I think you hit.
Good. Knew I would. I'm just warming up, Carl.
better than I thought.
All right. So, Carl. Yep.
Right?
There is something to be said for the quality of a firearm and a scope.
Absolutely.
So why don't you start with yours? How many fish did you actually hit?
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll count it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Out of 12.
And how many bullseyes did you hit? We can, well, not bullseyes, but in the target. So we'll count that as in the target.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
5. All right. I hit. Did I not shoot that one?
No, you did.
I did. Well, where's the bullet?
I don't know.
Did I shoot one twice by mistake?
Yeah, I thought you hit one. I thought I saw 2 holes on this one, but that was just the picture.
Huh. That's weird. I thought I shot all of them. Anyway, I shot all but one of the fish.
2.
Oh, 2. 2 of the fish. All right. I shot all but 2 of the fish, and I hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the bullseye.
That was and damn good shots down here too.
Yeah. Well, this is where like these 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. These were my first ones.
Yeah.
And then I sort of like got in the game. I just that boggled. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that camera was on when I took that shot.
Here's hoping. It's probably because you were starting to go a little left. Maybe you went a little more left.
That just seems impossible.
I know. It would be.
It's a phantom bullet. It was one of those ice bullets. It melts.
Yeah, that's
and
what
so
it was.
That's
it was because
why
of the ammo I made.
that one isn't here. So we're gonna calculate now, Carl, our scores. It's official. We've added up the scores. Carl, what's your score?
155.
That's impressive for
Sure it is.
something. And mine is 210.
Nice shooting.
Thus proving that I, regardless of the rifle, am a better shot than Carl.
Yeah, that's.
I don't have to pay double, triple the price
100%
in order to shoot better than him.
Triple the price to shoot. What? Quarter or better? Quarter.
Amazingly.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah, those first 3 I wasn't set up for, but after that, that's about where I would shoot. Not sure. We're gonna investigate this.
Yep. Investigation
That should be there.
Must take place.
All right. Stick around. We'll talk about the guns. So we have these 2 guns. We're going to do a rundown of the similarities, differences between them, and kind of like what we like about them and what we don't. So let's start with just the action itself of the gun. So I love the action on this. I'm actually going to point this over here. So this has this really nice setup for this gun. I'm trying to remember, there it is right here. There's a bar on the side that you push in, and this comes out right here. But basically, you know, these grooves are designed to kind of take dirt and grime and stuff and be able to kind of put it between the grooves so that way the action stays really nice and smooth no matter what. And, you know, I've seen a lot of people do Tikka reviews, right? And they'll like take this and they'll go like, look how smooth it is and blah, blah, blah. And it is really smooth. But Carl, do that to your gun. Just shake it up and down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that proves nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's awesome that they have that smooth of an action, but
Right.
yeah, that really doesn't prove much.
Yeah.
Most modern bolt actions will do that.
Right. So if you oil it, it's gonna work. So so basically for this gun specifically, it does have a very smooth action. I will say one thing that I do like about it is that this bolt is pretty light, so I can feel when I'm catching and actually getting a bullet versus when I'm not, right?
And that is one nice thing about those grooves as well, is
Right.
that it really does lighten the load, making the gun overall lighter, which usually means it kicks a little bit more, but with some nice stock action on that you got on yours, how it's mounted, how it handles, it's just amazing.
Yeah. So I again, I'm gonna go back to this. This is a really nice action.
It is.
Not because it's crazy smooth like everybody said. It is smooth.
It is very smooth.
But it's because I can feel the bullet
from the bolt handle,
Yeah.
when I'm pushing, I can feel what's happening to it. It's sensitive enough that I know that the bullet has now chambered,
Right.
And that it's not just empty and nothing's happening. And
You
like that.
you don't have that kind of feedback on this one.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
This is a nice smooth action, but that kind of feedback you don't got.
Right, and I've never had a cycling issue with it. It's super smooth. I don't know about you with your.
I've had a few cycling issues.
Yeah.
But part of it I think was just breaking it in.
Yeah.
And that's a fair point. On this, I mean, this is still practically your break-in period of this.
Yeah. No, this thing's pretty new. The other thing it has is, I don't know if do you have an indicator on your action? See this red right here?
Yeah. Well, the indicator it's out.
Got it. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, you
So
can't
if
see
it's
that.
not out,
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
armed.
Okay.
The red dot does make it nice, but on mine it would interfere with the
With
safety.
the safety. Yeah. Speaking of which, safeties. Mine is on the side. So I shoot left-handed. This is a left-handed bolt-action rifle. But basically, I super like this safety because it just rocks back and forth. Other than the fact that if I apply just the slightest amount of pressure to it, safety's off, right? So if I do this, right,
You can accidentally push
you
it.
could, like, it's not a lot of weight added to move it forward.
Yeah.
But it is actually, like, I like it much better than, like, the slide safeties, like what's on yours, just because of the fact that it, like, when you load up and you're ready to go, right, that is a nice motion right there when you're right near,
Absolutely.
like, I'm near my trigger, I'm ready to go, I see that there's a deer, I pop it forward, and now I'm ready to fire, right? So, like, that is a really nice setup from here to here. It's not super loud. I can try to make it really quiet. Let's see. No, can't really
No.
make that quiet.
Well, I think it's just because it's a hollow stock.
Yeah, and then you're ready to fire. But that is a nice feature on this gun is its location. Not so much like it could get hit by a branch pretty easily in its location though, and kind of mess things up. It's a little shielded by the scope, but you know, I'm not relying on that safety too much. Basically, I just don't arm the gun until I'm ready to fire. It's pretty much how I make sure that it's safe.
Just like anybody with a safety, you never trust your life to the safety.
Right. and you have a pretty standard safety on yours.
Yeah. So talking about mine here a little bit, just the action
Yeah.
and the safety here. The action is fairly standard. It is nice. It is nice and smooth.
Right.
It's easy to load, unload. There was a bit of a break-in period where I had a 3-round magazine that this came with, and the first round in the 3-round magazine, for whatever reason, would never load correctly. The rest of them load
The other two.
Well, the thing is, with the 5-round magazine, the same thing happened. Up until I put roughly, 300 rounds through this, and it seemed to even out. That was also, I took it apart, cleaned it a little bit more, tried to polish up some areas where I saw that it was rubbing and wearing. So I really think that it was more the break-in period and maybe a little bit of maintenance that needed to happen for it.
Yeah.
But that was right out of the box
Right.
that happened. So that was not necessarily the maintenance was I just left my gun dirty.
Right.
As for the safety, I understand what you mean by having it on the side. I do like those. Those are classic.
Yeah.
They just work nice. But I have the nice visual indicator right in front of my eye.
Yeah.
It's nice, it's easy, it's very loud.
It is very loud. Yeah.
It's very hard to move it off of safe into fire. It's actually very easy to move it into safe.
Oh gosh, yeah,
See,
that's pretty stiff.
You're not gonna accidentally do that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something catastrophic happened.
Yeah.
And maybe the gun not being in the safe position is the least of your worries at that point.
Yeah.
And since it is right where your hand usually goes, it's probably guarded.
Right.
A little bit more, which is another good credit to that. If you're walking in the woods, your hand is probably near it.
Right.
Maybe not on the trigger, obviously, but covering, solidly holding the gun like you would walk in the woods, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, maybe not like this, but
Right.
standard carries in the woods.
Yeah. You just mentioned the trigger.
Ah, yes, the
So,
trigger.
Let's talk about triggers.
Let's talk about triggers. If there is one thing I think is actually a little comparable between the two,
Yeah.
in terms of actual performance, other than I shoot better than you, it is the trigger. This trigger is adjustable. It's adjustable down to 2 pounds.
Yeah.
It goes from 2 to 5. Well, I think the manual says it can go down to 3 pounds.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of work, you can get it down to 2.
The Accu trigger is a classic trigger setup. It works well. It's
right. It has the nice dual safety Accu trigger, like you mentioned, and it's a tried and true pull.
Yeah.
A nice, clean, crisp, obvious, nice and light, that you can make it as light as you generally need.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's a amazing competition trigger, but it's a fairly professional trigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, like, this trigger, I'm going to squeeze it real quick. I think, like, it's crisp. It's very, here we go, ready?
Yeah.
Like, there's no take up. It clicks, and it's done. It is very nice. I will say, today, I felt like I was in, like, a weird position where I was, like, pulling harder than I feel like I should have to get that result. But like overall, it's a great trigger. I have no complaints about it whatsoever.
Yeah, actually, the trigger on yours, it's also nice and wide. I think it's a little wider than this one.
Yeah.
To give you a nice grip feeling on the pad of your finger.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty solid spot for that.
I mean, this one has a bit more take up than I would like. Yours has none. Yours has no
take up at all.
Up.
Yeah. And that's just the stock trigger. Like I didn't do anything to that either.
Which is amazing. So the idea here, part of what we were doing with this is comparing an inexpensive off-the-shelf gun to something I would consider more custom.
Yeah, it's not customized, but it is. So
yes, this is not a custom gun. It is technically off the shelf, but it is a high-end, getting close to that custom style range.
Yeah. So this stock is a Roughtech stock, is what it's called, and it's texturally, it feels very like grippy, kind of. It kind of feels like sandy, almost, but it's not like you put your cheek on it, you don't feel it, but like rubbing it, you do feel it a little bit, and it's got like some nice rubber on it. The Tikka T3X is like an ultralight gun supposedly. Yeah. This stock is not ultralight. It actually makes it a little bit heavier than some of the other versions of it. It also has the muzzle. It's pretty cool on this. It's got the what's this thing called? Muzzle brake on it. It has very little recoil as a result of the muzzle brake.
Yeah.
It's louder because of the muzzle brake, but it has almost like zero recoil. It's pretty wild how minimal this gun moves when you fire it. But between the bipod and the pretty long barrel on it, and the muzzle brake that's added to the end of the barrel, and the Roughtech stock and the scope, it's actually a pretty heavy gun. It
is. Without if they left all of the metal there, it would be significantly heavier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. On your bolt and the fluted barrel.
The fluted barrel is actually super nice because when we shot all those rounds, mine cooled down a lot faster than yours.
Hell of a lot faster.
Yeah.
This does not have a muzzle brake on it, but it is threaded, so I can put a muzzle brake.
On,
Can you remove that brake? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's threaded.
Yeah.
So they're both threaded barrels.
Yeah, it just came with the muzzle brake already.
Right, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Tikka is known; they're solid barrels.
Yeah.
I mean, Ruger is also known for their barrels.
Right. Right.
Maybe not necessarily the accuracy, but the ruggedness of it.
One thing I will say is that my barrel is obviously floating. Right.
Yes.
Yours,
I don't believe it is.
You'd have to make. You'd have to get a piece of paper and put it in there and really check it.
It is floating.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? All the way down? Is it? I don't know. Maybe. Right. This is like, you can see like there's a huge gap here all the way down that barrel that it's like from the chamber down, or from the end of the chamber down is pretty clearly floating. So I do like my stock. If I had to do it again, I would still pay the extra money to get the Roughtech stock and everything. I like this.
Amazingly grippy without being it almost feels like it should be sticky.
Yeah, but it's not.
not.
Yeah. So I like, especially for, so well, okay, we'll get into function in a minute here, and like what I actually use this gun for and what I don't use it for.
And what I use this one for.
Yeah, right. Which is kind of hilarious, actually.
Right. It's gonna
so
be best.
so, you know, I put the bipod on. I don't really feel a need to talk about that. The yours came with the bipod? Or you put
No,
yours
I
on?
put mine on.
Okay, magazines. I find my magazine to be acceptable, as is. It doesn't blow my mind. It holds 3. I believe you can get a 5 for this as well. Yours came with a 3. I don't really like plastic magazine. It feels very cheap.
Yeah,
but
mine's no better.
it feeds. It does what it needs to. It's got like a rocker, like you just rock it in and it pops in, and it's got a plastic clip and it pops out. All right, Carl, what's up with your magazine?
So as we
Carl's
know,
magazines are difficult to hold on to, I guess.
I don't care about magazines as much.
Okay. Carl doesn't care about magazines.
I don't. They're nice. They're nice for what they do, but the function isn't.
Yeah. Does yours? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cheap plastic.
Yeah.
It's a hard plastic, but I mean that's pretty much what they make now.
Why does it say 308 on it?
Ruger said 308 is okay. Because this is the same magazine for a 308 as it is for a Creedmoor. Because Ruger didn't want to redesign it just to say...
I feel like that could confuse somebody.
If you look underneath it, though, in the very small print, it does say multi-caliber.
Okay. Don't love that. Mine just doesn't say anything.
Right. I would prefer that,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. This didn't come with the gun for me,
It
but
came
it
with
came with the
mine.
gun for you, right?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us about your scope?
So this is nothing crazy fancy, but it's one of Vortex's tried and true models. It is the Crossfire 2. It has a 12x zoom, adjustable down to 4 to 12.
Yeah.
It does decent at low light, but nothing crazy fancy. It has your adjustments for windage and vertical. It does have notches in it for longer range.
Yeah.
So you can set to 1 and adjust to a different range.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Other than that, I mean, it's just a standard scope.
I paid, I think, I'm 95% sure I paid significantly more for my scope than my gun. So, like, the internet, you know, tries to sell you things.
The
I don't know-
internet.
Yeah, the internet.
It does.
Those dang YouTubers out
Like
there try to sell you, like, and so, like, I saw a lot of people.
Nobody does that. That's fake news.
Yeah, where they had this exact setup with, like, a Tikka, not specifically the Roughtech, but, like, they were putting this scope on this gun. And I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And it is a good scope.
It is amazing. Scope.
It's a good scope.
It has a lot of cool features.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got your this is your vertical. I mean, you can hear all those clicks in there. Like, that's, and it's very clear clicking. Like, there's not a lot of, like, in-betweens. And then you have your left-right as well.
I want to point out, what he just did is cringeworthy to somebody like me who doesn't have a lock.
Yeah, this is locked. So this locks at 0. Yeah.
Which is incredible, and I would like you to twist it to hear the 0 click.
Yeah, so
It
you click
slams
up,
against a wall.
and then, ready?
There.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's-
it literally can't go anywhere after that.
If I did this, what you just did to yours, I would be...
Do you want me to do it
No,
for you?
do not, no. I would be hosed. I would
Yeah.
have to completely re-zero everything.
Yeah. So that's really cool. There is you have your parallax over here on this side. You have your left-right adjustment, and there is a 0. You do have to see and verify that it's at 0. And then I believe this right here is actually for it illuminates. I always forget to turn off my illumination, and the
Yes.
battery dies. Whatever. I don't
Right.
really care about the illuminating. It does make it pop really nice, like when it's on, but I always forget to turn it off. So I have my parallax, and then like I also have my zoom right here. So this is a 4.5 to 27x zoom. So when I look through this, I am like almost at the target, right?
Especially at 100 yards.
Especially at 100 yards. What I will say is that I do sometimes at that distance, I have to find where my face needs to be relative to the scope.
Oh yeah.
It tends to really restrict a little bit. But overall, it's not terrible.
All scopes do that.
Yeah, no, I know they do, but like 27x zoom is like pretty friggin' far in.
Yeah.
So like you're getting
Yeah, it
relatively close.
Has to be perfectly
Yeah.
aligned, right?
And that's one thing that I do a lot of hunting. So like let's get
Yes.
into functionality here. This is not my hunting gun. Even though I've taken it hunting
You did.
and I missed a deer with it.
You did.
And it's because I have all these fancy buttons and features and everything on here, and I'm like trying to like figure out like what am I doing with this, and I'm fidgeting with the thing and I'm nervous about it. I like simple guns for hunting. I would rather go hunting with your gun than with mine.
That's fair.
This is my range gun. This is what I have fun with and go plinking with. I mean, plinking,
Yeah.
you know. But,
Blinking as much as you do with.
and normally it's very accurate.
It is.
Right.
It is a remarkably accurate tack driver.
Yeah.
Now, part of the comparison that we're doing
Yeah.
is also, is it worth getting a really expensive gun versus
Which
a
is
not
fair.
expensive
Right.
gun?
And I don't think either of us shoot well enough to make this thing really shine beyond like what you have in the
That's
American.
exactly the point I was
Yeah.
going to make, is that while this gun will outperform this one hands down,
Yeah.
it really comes down to the shooter. If you're not super experienced, if you don't go out all the time, if you don't shoot competitively or anything like that, go with the simpler gun. Yeah, that one might make you shoot a tiny bit better, but not really.
So I will do a comparison at some point between the deer gun that I do use
Yes.
and this gun, and like why, like which features I would take from one to put on the other, and so on and so forth. It is a fun gun. I like the ballistics of the 6.5. I like the fact that there's very minimal recoil with it.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't have a 6.5, get a 6.5.
They're fun.
They're just fun to shoot. My only complaint is that a box of ammo is like $45 to $60 right now.
Yeah.
So
very expensive.
Yeah.
It's not bad to reload for.
no, not at all.
But, I mean, everything's really expensive right now.
Right. That's why I bought Carl 6.5 bullets for his birthday, was so
You
he
did.
could reload for me.
And I
Happy
did.
birthday, buddy!
Yeah,
And
I
he did. And he did. This is more of a hunting gun. This is set up as a range gun. You could technically take it out and go hunting with it, but I wouldn't with the current setup. I'd get a much different scope on it, at least for New England hunting. Like maybe if I was going out and trying to like shoot 600 yards at like an elk or something, like, well, not an elk with the 6.5 at 600 yards, but like a deer at 600 yards.
This barrel is a lot shorter. Everything about this is a little bit more stock, a little bit easier to manage.
Right.
And you don't need, while the Creedmoor round is supposed to be a 1,000-yard round,
Right.
meaning it's very accurate all the way out to 1,000 yards and beyond.
Yeah.
This gun is just, this one won't probably get you there.
Right.
This one will get you close.
Right.
But this is a hunting gun. This is
Yeah.
one that you walk around with, the short barrel, the easy maneuvering, the easy fire.
Yeah.
But probably, I would say this is probably a 500-yard gun at most. I wouldn't really want to shoot it much beyond that.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That one is what the Creedmoor should be able to handle.
Right. And I think that's like kind of the point is
Yeah.
like hunting gun, range gun. You could shoot this competitively, and I don't think you'd really have too many issues with it.